Brother, let me be brutally honest with you. If she wants to leave, open the door for her. I know it hurts. I know your chest feels hollow, your thoughts won't stop racing, and the silence is unbearable. But here's the truth no one tells you. When your heart breaks, that pain, that ache, that crushing void, it's not your weakness, it's your power, if you use it right. This moment, right now, is not your end. It's your beginning. Let's talk about how to turn heartbreak into fuel, and how letting her walk away might be the best thing that ever happened to you. When a woman decides to leave, the most damaging thing you can do is beg her to stay. It's a reaction driven by fear. Fear of being alone, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. But the truth is, chasing someone who's walking away only strips you of your dignity and power. You may think you're fighting for love, but what you're really doing is abandoning yourself to try and hold on to someone who's already made a decision. This is the moment where everything can change, if you let it. Instead of begging, start becoming. Become the man who no longer needs external validation to feel worthy. Use the energy you were putting into trying to win her back and invest it in building yourself up. Focus on your body, your mindset, your goals, your purpose. When she leaves, she takes with her the illusion that your happiness depends on her presence. And that's a gift. Because once you stop seeking approval and start rebuilding your identity from within, something powerful happens. You begin to respect yourself again. And that self-respect will lead to stronger boundaries, better decisions, and higher standards. You stop asking, how do I make her want me again? And start asking, how do I become the man I was meant to be? Letting go isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the start of becoming emotionally independent, mentally focused, and spiritually grounded. And that kind of man doesn't need to chase love, because he becomes the kind of man love naturally finds. So if she leaves, let her. Don't beg, don't break down, stand tall, and use that pain as the first step in your transformation. That's where the real power begins. Pain has a way of stripping away the noise and forcing us to confront who we really are. When someone you care about leaves, it hurts deeply. There's no denying that. But in that raw, vulnerable state, you have access to a version of yourself that's more honest than ever before. The pain isn't there to destroy you. It's there to teach you. Most men run from it. They numb it with distractions, rebound relationships, alcohol, or denial. But the men who grow from heartbreak are the ones who sit with the discomfort and ask the hard questions. What did I ignore in myself? Where did I shrink? What was I too afraid to say? Did I lead with strength or cling out of fear? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary. Pain is a powerful teacher because it doesn't lie. It exposes your blind spots and forces you to grow up, fast. It brings to the surface the parts of you that need healing, development, and discipline. If you try to rush through the pain, you miss the lesson. And if you miss the lesson, you repeat the same mistakes. Different faces, same patterns. That's why embracing pain, not avoiding it, is essential. It's the gateway to evolution. You may not be able to control who walks away, but you can control what you take from it. You can use it as fuel. Let the heartbreak sharpen your self-awareness. Let it motivate your personal growth. Let it wake you up to the man you've been avoiding becoming. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your edge. Learn to respect it, and it will build you in ways comfort never could. This moment of loss can become your greatest teacher, if you're willing to listen. When she leaves, it's easy to feel like your world has collapsed. The routines, the conversations, the sense of comfort, it's all gone. But this is exactly where your power begins. You now have the opportunity to build a life that is so complete, so full of purpose and direction, that her absence doesn't leave you broken. It creates room for something better. A man who is truly strong doesn't rely on anyone else to give his life meaning. He creates that meaning himself. Instead of sitting in sadness and wondering why she left, Shift your energy toward becoming someone who doesn't flinch when people walk away. Use your time and energy to build. Train harder, read more, master your craft. Strengthen your relationships with people who truly support you. When you build a life that is fulfilling on your own, you don't become emotionally dependent on anyone to feel whole. That's where true power comes from. Independence, not isolation. A strong life doesn't just attract better women, it attracts better everything. Better opportunities, better friendships, better discipline. You're no longer seeking to be completed by a relationship. You're becoming so complete that the right people naturally want to be around you. Your purpose becomes your focus, not your pain. The void she left becomes the space where your potential steps in. This isn't about pretending you don't care. It's about caring so deeply for your future that you refuse to stay broken. Build a life that inspires you, one that excites you. That way, whether someone stays or leaves, you remain solid. You become untouchable, not because you don't feel, but because you've learned to turn heartbreak into structure. And structure doesn't crumble when someone walks away. It stands taller. When you go through a breakup, the world often tells you to prove your worth. Post pictures. Show you're doing fine. Act like you've already moved on. But real strength doesn't scream. It doesn't need attention. True power is quiet. It shows up in the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's in your discipline, your consistency, and your focus, when there's no applause, no validation, and no one cheering you on. When you can face heartbreak and stay calm, stay grounded, and keep moving forward without making a scene, you become a different kind of man. Not one who's trying to impress anyone, but one who knows who he is. You don't need to post about your progress because it's not for them, it's for you. Power doesn't announce itself. It becomes obvious in the way you show up, the way you speak, the way you live. You become sharper, more focused, more purposeful. A man who can sit in pain without losing his center is rare. That's a man women respect and men admire. He doesn't need to chase closure, get revenge, or prove anything. His silence is not weakness, it's confidence. He knows that healing doesn't need to be loud, and that success doesn't come from reacting emotionally, but from moving with intention. So don't waste your energy proving you're okay. Use that energy to become okay for real. Build quietly, evolve privately. The results will speak for themselves in time. And when they do, you won't need to say a word. Your presence will say everything. That's what real masculinity looks like. Not noise, not pride, but calm, focused power. The kind that doesn't flinch, doesn't beg, and never needs to shout. There's a moment after she leaves when everything feels like it's falling apart. You question your worth, your decisions, your identity. It's painful, but hidden in that pain is something far more powerful than most men realize. Sometimes, what feels like a breakdown is really just a breakthrough in disguise. Her leaving doesn't have to break you. It can break you open to a better version of yourself. Heartbreak has a way of exposing the truth. It strips away illusions and forces you to look at yourself without filters. It shows you where you've been weak, where you've settled, where you've ignored your own needs or sacrificed your vision just to keep someone in your life. That kind of realization stings, but it also sets you free. Because once you've seen where you've given your power away, you can finally reclaim it. This isn't about blaming her, or even blaming yourself. It's about using the pain as a tool for growth. Let it ignite something deeper in you. Let it push you toward the version of yourself you kept putting off becoming. You don't need someone to complete you. You need to uncover the man you were always capable of being, the one who was buried under comfort, compromise, or fear. When you allow the pain to open you up, instead of shutting you down, you begin to rebuild from a place of truth. And from that place, you don't just recover, you rise, stronger, wiser, and far more aligned with your purpose. So if she left, let her. But don't let that be the end of your story. Let it be the chapter that changed everything. Let it be the moment you woke up, stood up, and decided that the man you're becoming matters more than the one you lost. So, if she's leaving, let her. Don't resist it. Don't resent it. Let the pain hit you, then let it sharpen you. Because what breaks you today can build you tomorrow if you're man enough to face it.
Ultimately, her effort to include you consistently is a profound sign that her feelings go beyond mere attraction or convenience. It reveals that she respects you as a person, trusts you as a partner, and desires a lasting connection. This commitment to sharing her life is a clear indication that her heart is deeply attached to you, even if she may be hesitant to express it outright. By observing these signs with a Stoic eye, detached yet discerning, you gain wisdom not only about her feelings but about the nature of authentic love itself. Remember, true affection is reflected in virtue, respect, and balance. Guard these truths well, for they are the keys to lasting connection.